I've officially started recording.
Okay, I started recording light years ago.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. You know what, kid?
What I'm saying is I'm better than you.
Excuse me? Hey, seester.
Hey, seester.
Anyways, what are we playing, Kit?
We're playing a visual novel called Heaven Will Be Mine. And we're doing it explicitly because it's Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Whether you're not single,
Big single.
Big single like both of us. Heaven Will Be Mine is a visual novel in which we follow the stories of 3 different mech pilots. It's a game set in an alternate version of our world, alternate timeline, and actually alternate reality, because there's some weird stuff that goes on in it. But where in the 50s, humanity kind of went out and colonized space, and now these 3 pilots are each fighting for a different faction that has its own ideas about what humanity's future in space should be. Whether it is the thought that humans should go back to Earth where they came from and stay there, thank you very much. Whether humans should continue to stay out in space and kind of do their own thing out there, or whether, question marks, humans should transcend humanity itself and become something entirely different.
Oh.
Yeah. And also, all the pilots are lesbians, and there's romantic shit. It's a visual novel with dating sim elements.
Do you choose who you fall in love with?
Only in so much as the stars determine our fate.
Okay.
Anyway, I should stop talking. We should actually play.
Yeah, let's dig in and explore the game from scratch.
Let's do new game.
Because I'm going in full blind.
You are full blind, so I will let you take the lead on decision making.
Okay.
So we have to select a pilot to follow her story.
I'm already loving Saturn, but
we
can look at
pegged
else.
You as a Saturn gal.
Oh, you called it.
Yeah,
Why?
I called it. She's like a feral bitch.
What does that say about me?
You love feral girls. Every girl you've ever loved.
Independent women.
You love a feral girl. So Saturn, her faction, associated faction is Celestial Mechanics. And her self-ship, which I'm going to stumble over 7 million times as we read through this, is called the String of Pearls.
String of Pearls.
String of Pearls.
Why is it?
No, I'm saying I'm going to trip over the word self-ship, because that's what they call their mecha.
Self-ship.
Self-ship.
Oh, God. Oh,
yeah,
no, this
it's
is bad.
horrible.
I can't even say S.
It's so
self-ship
bad.
String of Pearls. Self-ship string of pearls. Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's
self-ship string of pearls. Self-ship string of pearls.
Self-ship string of pearls.
I'm going to say self-strip, and it's going to be bad.
I'm going to say shelf-ship.
Shelf-ship. Self-ship.
Yeah.
Self-ship. Self-ship. Self-ship.
Anyway.
Celestial Mechanics want to advance humanity to its next stage, and Saturn wants to flirt. When there's no reason. We can't do both. Button
Combat
mashing
style.
is her combat style. I do appreciate a good button mash. If you can do it well, you're good. A lot of people underestimate the good old button mashing, especially like on a console type thing, because you could just like.
Okay, but her bedroom style is also button mashing.
Ooh.
Anyway, that's Saturn. This is Pluto. Are you sensing a name trend?
Mm-hmm. Could it be that they are planet-based?
What gave you that idea?
Candles Graces, Self-ship,
Cradles.
Macula.
Cradles Graces.
What did I say?
You said Candles Graces.
Okay, Cradles Graces.
Her faction is Cradles Graces. Her self-ship is the Krun Macula. Cradles Grace's ultimate weapon pilot. Even if Earth has given up on a new life for humanity in space, Cradles Grace's hasn't, and Pluto will make that dream come true. She likes succulents, good girls, crushing, both kinds, and everyone.
Ooh, that's pretty hot, though.
Her dislikes are that she is trying very hard not to have any dislikes.
I mean, that's relatable.
That's a big mood. That's a big fucking mood.
I think the only thing for me is, like, I never hopped on the succulent craze.
Uh-huh. She definitely did. She hopped right on there.
Good, and good girls are good.
She had an entire Instagram dedicated to posting succulents in the gentle glow of space.
Right. Always has the moon or something in the background.
Uh-huh.
With the sun
or like
something.
an entire in-depth galaxy.
Yeah, you know, the works.
That whole thing.
Standard space insta. Spinsta.
Okay. And finally, Luna Terra.
Oh, Scar Girl.
Scar Girl. Faction is Memorial Foundation, and her self-ship is called the Merecrisium. She is Memorial Foundation's ace pilot, fighting for the pilots to join the rest of humanity back on Earth before it's too late. She's good at sniping, espionage, double-crossing, and ghosting.
Also relatable, oddly enough.
She's bad at loving herself and everything else.
Also relatable.
Sarah, I take back everything I said before about you being the inferior sister.
Yeah, sure can.
You're such a good sister.
Uh-huh. Hey, thanks. You're great too.
Thank you. So yeah, these are our three pilots that we can choose from.
I'd like either Pluto or Saturn.
If I can give a suggestion, I think
Saturn more fun.
I think Saturn's a good intro.
Okay, let's do
the
Saturn.
world.
Let's just dive in. No hesitations. No going back. Saturn was my first pick.
Enter.
I just related with Pluto.
Welcome, Provisional Test Pilot Saturn. Your clearance is level 1, testing and maintenance. Warning, potential damage to cockpit hardware detected. Warning, modifying or tampering with cockpit hardware and/or firmware is strictly prohibited. Saturn, what are you doing? Notice, bypass override accepted. Notice, launch attempt blocked. No handshake with base.
Oh, hey, Mercury. Jesus Christ. Mercury. Oh, hey, Mercury. Not much.
Warning, launch attempt blocked. Base handshake spoof detected.
Just hacking the OS root of this ship self. You?
Notice, base handshake. Notice, base handshake accepted. Trying to stop some brat from hijacking the prototype, apparently. Notice, emergency launch override initiated. Prepare for launch in T-minus 120 seconds.
Calm down, Mercury. This is gonna be really bad.
Wow.
Calm down, Mercury. I'm just borrowing it. This is way too low.
I am not debating. I'm trying to save your life. The commander will be furious, and he won't just accept you stealing the Cornerstone project from the designated pilot.
It's not a big deal. I'll have it back before you know it.
This is privileged information, but the designated pilot has to launch right this second to get that machine back to Earth before they get here. This is the worst possible time. It couldn't be worse if you planned it. Everyone in the system suddenly somehow knows this base's location, and they're heading here now. Notice, user launch override blocked, denied by base.
Oh, wow. Weird. How did that happen?
Notice, user launch override blocked, denied by base. Notice, user launch override blocked, denied by base. You planned it, didn't you?
You forgot an apostrophe.
Notice, base override, remote shutdown in 30 seconds.
No one can prove anything, especially not the designated pilot unconscious in Locker 27. Whoops, looks like they're trying to kick me out, huh?
Saturn, I know you're mad, but you can't do this. When they catch you, it's going to be so bad. You can please just act like you're pranking them. There's still time. I will beg them.
Oh, such a worrywart. You've got hours to evacuate to the capital ship. They'll never engage you this far from the base, and I'll be distracting them. I have it all figured out.
Except for how you're going to do anything at all to accomplish that with everyone trying to kill you. Notice, base override. Remote shutdown in 20 seconds. Saturn.
Try to have a little faith.
Notice, base override. Remote shutdown in 15 seconds. Saturn!
Calm down, geez. It doesn't take a genius to drive one of those things to the moon. Who cares which one of us does it? Or do you think I can't?
Notice, base override. Remote shutdown in 10 seconds. That is not the issue. The commander cares, and you know better than anyone what he's like. Notice, base override. Remote shutdown in 9 seconds.
Iapetus will just have to get used to it, lol.
Notice, base override. Remote shutdown in 8 seconds. Saturn, what are you trying to prove? Base override. Remote shutdown in 7 seconds. 6 seconds.
So much Mercury.
Base override. Remote shutdown in 5 seconds.
But give me a little credit.
In 4 seconds. 3 seconds.
I have much higher ambitions than just being a bitch.
Error. IFF sequence missing. Notice. Base override cancelled.
I almost got worried for a sec.
Welcome, assigned pilot. Full permissions granted. Saturn, I'm going to die and it will be your fault.
Aw, come on. I'll get this to the moon safe and sound. And let the Severance project be complete. I'll be very good, maybe, and do everything I'm supposed to. Maybe. I know I'm the second choice, but they'd rather have that than nothing, right? Very generous of me, isn't it?
They will not accept that.
They will sort of have to, though, won't they? If Command didn't want me to steal one, they shouldn't have benched me indefinitely.
Warning, emergency launch initiated.
Let me know when he starts admitting it.
Warning, hostile launch, catapult locks on. High risk of damage to your ship self.
Geez, now they're just being needy. Mercury, isn't it just the worst when someone who doesn't care anymore starts clinging just because you found someone new?
Notice, prepping weapon systems. Notice, electrotoxin levels surging. Notice, weapons operational.
So gross.
Warning, emergency launch initiated.
I can't believe I really did it. I really, really did it. Everyone who said if I was good I'd get my chance again sure was a liar. Wait, that was a weird... I got away, and I've got a ship, and she's all mine. You're beautiful. I want to know everything about you. I miss this so much. Much better than the test machines when I was in the academy. Is this me still?
I don't know. This is narration. This could be
She
whoever.
is beautiful. I'm gonna go in my man voice. She is beautiful. She's a wicked machine with a lot of secrets. And just as giddy as her pilot to be free. She's extremely responsive, eager to do anything. Wait, everything Saturn wants. Saturn?
You know what? Yeah, that's
me.
the character we're playing.
Yeah, I know me. Watashi.
Watashi. I was gonna say your voice right now sounds like in a world filled with
chaos. If you have any low voices,
filled with lesbian robots.
I have like an impossibly low voice at times. She is beautiful. You're even worth reading the manual for. What's in you? You're not hiding anything from me, are you? But Saturn already knows everything in the manual, and more. It's a very cagey document that doesn't do the ship justice, and it is certainly hiding something. There's plenty of information on how to use her electromagnetic poisons, and how to cheat distance and gravity, and all of that is fun, but none of that tells her the first thing about how to be a ship. Wait, are we becoming a ship? Is this like that weird, like, dragon pilot anime?
What?
This is useless.
What? Oh, you mean
what?
the really
the really
weird
one.
Vor
anime?
Big
Vor one.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. They are diving into the heart of what I think is the important part about the mecha genre, which is how incredibly queer everything is. Because you have a second body. It's a new body. It's yours. You control it.
Love
wow. Anyway,
How can this help diagnose anything when they don't know the first thing about being a ship? So wrong. Way too dry. That's not what That's not what it's like at all. It's a body. That's also a soul. It means exactly what it is. That's why it's small, curved and wicked edges in some places, but curved in soft ways elsewhere. Sharp claws and deadly tail, but cute enough to hug. So perfectly suited for Saturn, one has to understand exactly why they wouldn't give it to her. Really perfect. Fits better than a human body. That's the reason to disobey everyone and run off with it, isn't it? Oh, speaking of. More threatening emails from Eopitus. Missing me already? I gave him a perfectly good deal. For someone who always goes on about mutually beneficial arrangements, he's really having trouble seeing the big picture. In the time it takes him to realize that, I'm sure I can find something fun to do in his system. This system, not his system. Time to test you out and see if it's really true. Can you give me everything I want, down to the last drop? This is slightly...
I feel like you'll get better at reading aloud.
Oh, that wasn't a comment about me, actually. That was just a comment about the content. But now I think we have some issues that we need to talk about.
Or we could read this letter.
It's January 1st, 1980.
January 1st, 1980. In the long and cold war where humanity united against its nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars has been over for a long time. Since the 50s, we've been fighting a war against an existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. That is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it, when there's enough of a mess down here to worry about. Humanity is already the undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to Earth, our home, and the seat of the universe. Before Earth takes us back in pieces, let's go home with grace. On the first anniversary of the decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety, in agreement with our home planet's unanimous decision, declare there is no future for humanity in space, or for Sarah as a narrator.
MFNSES. Miffin-ses. Miffins. Miffins-ses.
I'm gonna teleport into your room and smack you over the head.
I need to stop getting so close to the mic.
Let's come home. The return resolution. Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. It's January 1st, 1981. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from Memorial Foundation and the rest of Earth. The Cold War is officially over, and it feels so light without their gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the full authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity. To power the ship selves, we made... Oh, see there? I'm going for it. To power the ship's selves, we made to fight the Cold War. We made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture, with a capital C, that's important, to survive in space. And that gravity is ours now, enough to make a new world, free from the weight of Earth. If Memorial Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come and take it from us. We're thankful for our Cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. Independence Declaration, Cradle's Graces. It's January 25th, 1981. Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces have been having fun for a little over a year, and nothing is breaking the stalemate. Earth is getting impatient. They have good reason to believe that the existential threat posed by a divided humanity in space is much greater than any theoretically malevolent entity outside the native sphere. While the kids are fighting, Earth is getting ready to list the humans remaining in space as part of the existential threat, and when they do, they'll send real weapons, and end this war fought with plastic toys. Their justification? We are technically less than 100% human, just not human enough to be something else. It's hard to believe they're really on to us. It's time to make a drastic move. Bring our final piece, the prototype ship self string of pearls we made in the atmosphere of planet Cronus, which will never be Saturn. to the lunar gravity well, where Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces are already headed. Whoever controls that place controls human access to space. We can be sure everything will be in place there. Earth or space, we are short of 100% human. So let's see how much less than 100% we can get. Internal report, Celestial Mechanics. That's our faction.
That's me.
That's you. That's you, Saturn.
Me, Saturn.
Let's check our email. Do you want to read these?
I mean, no.
I need to take a sip of wine.
Take a sip of wine. Subject, truce ending effective immediately to all members of former Memorial Foundation. Mifnes.
Research Division. It's the Research Division specifically.
Now known as Celestial Mechanics, this message serves as a formal acknowledgement that this branch has violated our trust and broken the provisions of the 1981 Memorial Foundation Consensus by violating Clause 3, and the development of a variable gravity engine, and Clause 7, installation of the variable gravity engine into the ship's self-string of pearls. Celestial Mechanics will no longer be listed as part of Memorial Foundation. They will be formally relisted as an independent entity and considered a true existential threat by Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. We are still offering forgiveness, so please defect as soon as possible while the appeal grace period is still in effect. Please otherwise expect title retaliation for existential endangerment of human culture. Well, that's not great.
Yeah, it's not.
I will not be defecting. Thank you so much. I just got a
cool
cool-ass ship.
Thank you so much for your kind words and concern. But no, fuck off.
Good job, Saturn. There's no point in being angry with you, so I'll choose to be proud of you instead. I'll refrain from having you sunk, since that's counterproductive to...
You. I guess you could have been reading these.
Subject, your apparent promotion. Origin, Celestial Mechanics Division Lead. Author, Iapetus. Good job, Saturn.
I didn't realize it was a person.
Yeah. Good job, Saturn. There's no point in being angry with you, so I'll choose to be proud of you instead. I'll refrain from having you sunk.
Since that's what you were reading. I thought you were coming off of the top of your head. I was like, excuse me?
Oh my god.
I'll refrain from having you sunk. Since that's counterproductive to our intentions for that unit. You are a reserve candidate after all, so you'll do fine. Try not to make it too much of a pain in the ass for me. I'll have Mercury...
Oh, I will.
Okay. I'll have Mercury reassigned to you, since he apparently doesn't have much say in the matter. How nostalgic. The two of you had so much potential. Well, he knows how to do his job at least. Do your best not to get the string of pearls sunk. We'll absolutely wash you out of the biological interface and reassign you permanently if we get the chance. So prove you're competent enough, and neither of us will have wasted our time. Iapetus, Division Lead, Celestial Mechanics. Well, fuck that dude. It's our IMs. It's our DMs. Don't talk to me.
Is Mercury my wife?
Mercury is a boy in space on purpose. And a consummate bridge bunny.
Oh, he's a boy.
And not responsible for Saturn.
Who's Saturn? Because she was talking to me. She? Oh.
You're Saturn! Sarah!
Yeah, that's me.
Anyway... Don't fucking talk to me.
You literally messaged me first, you nerd, OMG.
Harpy.
Come on, BB, I'm sorry, what can I do to make it up to you?
Give back the ship.
Come on, I'm obviously not doing that.
Please, I'm begging you. Listen to reason. You have so much to live for. Left to live for, even.
Oh, Mercury, come on, we both know that's not true.
What
this is Catra.
What do you want from me?
A list of girls who will shoot me out of orbit.
God.
Anyways, don't be a crybaby, I'm fine.
Saturn, you were extremely wrong if you think that there is a chance that I am at all worried about you. If you come back, all will be forgiven, but you need to bring it back.
Mercury, it's fun playing, but I don't think you've been listening at all. Mercury, it's not that ship anymore, it's me. Mercury, why did they make me say this name so many times?
For
Mercury,
emphasis.
you wouldn't ask me, oh god, emphasis.
Yeah.
Mercury, you wouldn't ask me to give up on my own self, would you? I'm sailing on a ship of myself now, and I'm not giving up until gravity drags me back kicking and screaming.
I can't deal with you.
Aw, thank you, baby. Kiss, kiss.
You are a nightmare, and I'm giving up trying to save you from yourself.
I love you.
I hate you so much.
You can't stay mad at me.
I can't, and it's horrible, but my revenge will come because literally everyone else in the universe can.
Oh, darn. Guess I should have fun while it lasts.
Saturn, if you defect, I cannot protect you. Iapetus is furious, and he's going to come personally for you if you don't come back.
I told you I'd do all the missions. What, don't you believe me?
Obviously not.
LOL. Fair. Okay, let me ask this. Do you think I'd ever give up on the aversion project?
Go on.
Iapetus wanted us to fight for a new self beyond a ship self, but not even get a taste until the end? Fuck that. My house now. Tell me which of the two of us you trust less, Mercury.
Channel closed. I hung up on you.
Holy shit.
Fuck off. Okay. Now we get to select a mission. You get to choose first, Sarah. So,
Return. Oh.
we have Saturn return. In the strange gravity of the abandoned Daphnis lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after, and will they get it? Or joyride, killjoy. Weaving in and out of the sixth planet's rings, Memorial Foundation's ace, Lunaterra, plays cat and mouse with the renegade ship thief Saturn. So, who do we want to have an interaction with first? Lunaterra or Pluto?
I kind of liked Pluto.
You want to go with Pluto?
Let's go to Pluto.
Okay.
But I have a feeling like she's gonna be... oh, hi.
I feel like Mercury looks like Miles Edgeworth. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now.
You know, that's very true.
Yeah.
He's also got pretty eyes. He's a pretty boy.
He's a very pretty boy. What do you mean, I can feel her presence? Please do not try to sound that cool. I can feel her presence. Everyone can feel her presence. I can feel it right now. How could you even possibly ignore something like that?
Shut up! I mean, I can feel it physically.
Oh. Wait, what? Like, how?
Like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's like I'm spinning upside down and can't stop.
Are you sure that you haven't somehow concussed yourself or given yourself gravity sickness from all the damage you've managed to inflict on yourself in the past 12 hours?
Yes, and it's on top of all of that. And also, shut up. String of Pearls is feeding me with sensory information on the direct line. I'm a human being with 5 senses, and she's trying to cram a dozen more into me.
By direct line, you are in fact talking about the extremely creepy physical interface connection between you and the String of Pearls, correct?
It really, really is, right?
It's truly incredible how we agree about everything and still feel the opposite about it.
Is this why you keep hesitating before giving me intel?
Yes, because you're going to do the opposite of what you should do with it, but I also can't not tell you because you might die, so running support for you is an incredibly anxiety-inducing affair.
It must be hard.
Thank you for acknowledging it.
So you're gonna tell me what's after me?
You've already figured it out, haven't you? But yes, it's that Cradle's Grace's masterwork.
Celestial mechanics traded the knowledge for how to finish String of Pearls in exchange for what they needed to finish the Crunmacula? Crunmacula. It would be pretty funny if they got us this way. Well, got us this way. Jesus Christ. In the end.
It's headed directly to the lab. We've already evacuated on the capital ship, but you are its highest priority.
Should I play bait?
If anything, it's more important for you to get back to the native sphere first. In order for us to make contact, we need the String of Pearls. We believe if you hide in the abandoned Daphnis lab, you can use the decaying gravity furnace for cover.
Ah, that's sensible. But bait sounds like a lot more fun, you know?
Really?
Oh, come on. Iapetus must think their pilot is a real idiot if she's going to waste her time on a wild goose chase like that.
He wouldn't just sacrifice you like that.
He would. There must be backups for making contact. Just because I'm the easiest option doesn't mean I'm the only one. He's testing to see if I'm worth investigating in, or if I'm just going to get myself killed. Why run? Why not have it out with her? I bet she's thinking the same thing too.
Be careful, Saturn. If you can tell what they're thinking, they can tell what you're thinking.
Please, if I really could do something like that, they wouldn't have kicked me out of the pilots.
Then how do you know the pilot's a she?
Because boys... because boys can't pilot.
Everyone knows that, Mercury.
Everyone knows that, Mercury. Mercury.
Daphnis, the tiny shepherd moon, so small that it barely earns the name. Tumblers.
Oh, it tumblers.
Yeah, it's got a really long,
with shitty interface.
Yeah. Tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn and special girls like Pluto.
Ooh, special girls.
She's a special girl.
Special girl.
Saturn remembers it feeling cramped. You are a special girl.
Thanks.
Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. No, wait. Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers when it used to feel so special to be chosen, the candidate for the last generation of pilots. But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating, and distances are becoming ambiguous, between past and present, between me and you. The Daphnis lab seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto, and that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know anymore if this was a good idea. Where was that good idea? Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's just trying to hide, even though there's no place where you cannot be felt by me. Alert! Tidal resonance IFF confirms enemy. Warning, gravitational hazard. Danger! Pressure exceeding safe range.
I know, it's extremely exciting. Stop making me so nervous.
Supermassive.
Supermassive.
Supermassive
Black hole.
Flashbacks to Twilight.
Yeah.
Small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser than the entire moon compressed into the head of a pin. An hour ago, and Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close and so powerful, the interior of her cockpit creaked with the pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled up with tears. Something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto.
Oh, God. Cool. I zoned down.
I know, my narration
Cool.
is just that good.
Yeah. I was way deep in I was knee deep in the imagosphere.
Uh-huh.
Head deep, like just submerged. I was
Shoulder deep?
Shoulders, like shoulder deep. Anyway.
Or chin deep?
Shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Not there yet, kid. Get over yourself.
Wow. Wow.
Cool. She must be pretty big, huh? So why is she so hard to find?
Saturn
has no idea. Why do I have the feeling someone's laughing at me?
Because we are. We're not laughing
Because
at...
we are.
Shut up.
No one is laughing at Saturn. The lab's been abandoned for years.
But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles.
Giggles.
Not in a mean way. She really does think it's cute.
I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Oh man, it would be really funny if she was in that monster.
Well, now someone is laughing at Saturn.
Hey! Now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening. but I can hear you too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who could fuck with the narrative.
It's our first choice, Sarah! We can have a narrow escape, which is a loyal option that favors celestial mechanics, or mutually assured destruction, which is unloyal or disloyal option, which favors Cradle's graces.
Is it because you'd hurt the ship?
I can't remember, honestly.
I feel like at this point she's kind of in a mutually assured destruction kind of mood.
Oh yeah, I feel like she's ready to fuck some shit up and get fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And the character who uses fuck in a sentence before doing something is going to do the more chaotic route.
Yeah. It's easiest to catch someone if you don't care you might get caught yourself.
Besides, if you really want to drive someone wild, you gotta show them that you're worth catching. And that you're good enough to catch them, too. Catch them, too. Catch them, too.
You gotta catch them all.
Catch them all.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch them, that was so true.
Our courage will pull us through.
You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon.
Oh god, that was so bad with the delay.
We can fix it. We can fix it. The lab is dark. The malfunctioning light casts an eerie glow. Dying culture without gravity to hold it together. But she can hear the faint laughter rippling in the gravity. And where it's coming from. When you don't know the controls, mashing all the buttons at once is just as good.
Got you!
It's a hit. Her claws sink in. They tremble in the pressure. Whatever they've sunk into is bigger than belief. The Chronmacula towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big it barely fits in the complex, but it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. Supermassive enough to warp local space-time, humming and vibrating with nebula dust. Incredibly gentle, or she would have destroyed Saturn and the whole complex without even trying. Oh wow, you got me! No matter what size it appears, in the truest... Yeah, Pluto's hot.
Shit.
In the truest, most real sense of the size, the ship is bigger than this moon, than anything Saturn can imagine. String of Pearls quickly flits away, but Chronmacula's grip is on her before she can twitch. And I've got you, Saturn. I was really surprised to see you like this.
Cool, right? I've got poison now, too. Want to see you... I can't read right now. She's too pretty.
Sarah's gay brain is activated.
I'm gonna start over. Cool, right? I've got poison now, too. Want to see if you're still the top weirdo psychic mutant in space?
Oh, wow. Sounds really cool. But I don't know if you're ready yet.
Wanna bet?
Sure. The string of pearls screeches and buckles as the dust ignites and a tiny portion of Pluto's tidal forces slam into her. Warning, gravity hazard.
She too big?
No, it's her she has too much gravity. Had enough?
You kidding?
Okay, we can turn it up.
Whoa! That is sure insane. It feels like my brain is melting into the universe.
You're the one who wanted to show off. You don't have to do that to endear yourself to me. But if you really want to impress me, you're going to have to do better than that.
Yeah? You're really still not impressed? Even by this?
By what? Ooh, that does sting. It spreads like a poison, even through metal. It jumps like electricity, but drips like a liquid. Pink and impossible, and spreading quickly through the Chronmacula's body. So you're not just full of risky bad ideas. That makes me happy. I won't shut you down too hard.
Okay, you win.
You gonna be good now?
Okay. So, what did you want to talk about? As Cradle Grace's glittering psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason, right?
Oh, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they?
Hope you don't mind falling for this trap.
Trap? You? Silly. I know you're more important than that.
More than catching the rest of the Celestial Mechanics fleet?
I knew this would be fun, and you knew it too.
I am absolutely delighted about you doing that, just to be clear, so you really don't have to read my mind to roast me about it.
I can't read minds. You know that's not how it works. But I also don't need to know that. But I did want to know how the biggest overachiever of my juniors turned into such a bad girl.
If you really remembered me, you remember I wasn't ever good.
I do remember you. Even if you're not that good at being bad, do you know what you're doing? With that machine that's so dangerous we don't even want to find out what it does?
I think you answered your own question about why I'm keeping it. Are you gonna stop me then? But you don't want to? Hey, stop. Don't pry into me. And if you're pitying me, I'll make you regret it. Not all of us come out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they see any use at all.
I won't pity you. I really would have torn... What?
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 Catra!
Oh yeah, she's very Catra. Big Catra energies. I really would have torn this machine apart. But now that I'm here, gifted little mutant to gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together.
I might still make you regret it.
Winning isn't my most important task. It's not yours either.
Are you sure about that?
You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive.
Oh, I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Regretting it now?
Don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret. End of conversation.
Oh.
And that's Heaven Will Be Mine.
That's Heaven Will Be Mine. We'll be continuing this soon.
Soon. I don't know how many parts this episode gets broken up into because we haven't
I don't know
decided
how long
that
the
yet.
game is. So.
We also might just
Right.
move on to something else and circle around back to it.
That's true.
In the future, but
We'll dabble. We're still trying to
Dabble.
figure out what we want
Dabble.
to be doing here. So
yeah,
dibble dabble,
exactly.
dribble drabble. We'll see you next time. We need to come up with a good outro that we can do.
Text your crush and tell them that you like them this Valentine's Day.
Because today's the
worst?
day to do it.
What's the worst they can do? Say no?
Right.
Exactly.
If it's a person, if it's a person who really deserves your love, and you deserve. Wait, listen. If they deserve your love, if you want to give them your love, and it feels right to give them your love, then let them know. You don't have to make it a big deal.
Just be like, hey,
just text them.
I think you're really cool. I like you a lot. Maybe we could hang out or something.
Something. But basically do that.
Yeah.
Because it's okay. You could just be chill. And, you know, the more chill you handle it, the easier it'll be, regardless of the decision. Like, if you say, hey, by the way, I got some feelings for you. I caught those feels. And I kind of want to talk about them, see what your thoughts on that are. And then they say, I'm sorry. I don't like you like that. Then you'd be like, it's all right. Just give me a little time to get over it, but that's cool.
Yeah,
You're great.
You can go.
Keep it on.
You can be like, cool.
Keep
Can
it
we
on,
still
keep it
be
on.
friends? And they'll 99.9% of the time they'll be like, yeah, of course.
They'll be like, fuck
You're a cool dude.
You know,
that's why
it'll
I
be
was
weird
friends
for a
with
little
you
bit.
already.
Exactly. And if they say, oh my God, you know what, I have the same thing, I feel the same way, then bada bing, bada boom, you got a significant other.
On Valentine's
You know?
Day, no less.
I know, which is terrible though,
Perfect.
because you don't want Valentine's Day to be your...
Well, set your
Anniversary.
date for your first date for
Right.
a week
okay.
from now.
Okay, so you drop the feels, let them know, But then a week or so later, you can be like, okay, so now I'm going to actually do it. Like kind of pre-proposing to somebody, but instead of proposing, you're just asking them, out.
On a date.
For the first date.
The first
the
date.
first date.
The first date.
So that's the moral of this story. This Valentine's Day. This Valentine's Day, go tell somebody that you like them, and do it casually, so you can still be friends if it doesn't work out.
And then we will see you in the next video, because that's our outro. Bye-bye.
Right. All right, bye.